Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Rachel Niffler, and I wanted to do a quick video on what to expect when you are taking an exam in one of my online classes. I am not doing any specific class for this because I'm going to use this video in all of the classes. You will see this video inserted here at the top of when you click into the exams folder. You'll see this video posted right here. Okay, some things that you need to know. Internet. First and foremost, you need to make sure you have a reliable internet source before you take this exam. Second thing, you have to take exams or tests, whatever they're called in your class. You have to take them using Respondus Lockdown Browser and Respondus Monitor. So you will need to download Respondus Lockdown Browser. Click on that link and it will take you through the process. Okay, you will be proctored via Respondus Monitor. It will record you for the entire duration of the exam. So please keep your audio and video on at all times. While you're logged into Respondus Monitor, I need to see your workspace and you from the waist up. And I'm going to show you at the very end. I'll splice in a video that shows you from waist up. I need to be able to see your face, your hands, your workstation, everything at all times. I don't want to see just a little bitty piece of your face and mainly the top of your head. So again, you need to have the webcam far enough away so that I can see your hands and you from the waist up. If I cannot see your workspace and you, I reserve the right to assign a 0 for that exam grade. I should be able to verify that you only have access to allowable items. Your allowable items may be a little bit different from class to class, but generally allowable items will be a non-CAS graphing calculator. So you cannot use the TI Inspire CAS. You cannot use the TI-89 or the TI-92. Most students will have either a TI-83 or a TI-84. Those are okay. So you'll have to show me your graphing calculator. You can have a writing utensil. If you are one that uses colored pencils or colored pens, that's fine. And you'll need a few sheets of blank paper. Okay, your computer. Exams must be taken at home using D2L with a computer that has a webcam and a microphone. And you need to have access to a scanner because you're going to have to scan your written work and then upload it as a one single PDF document. And I'll show you where that's going to be uploaded in a moment. If you do not have access to both a computer that can run Respondus Lockdown Browser and a scanner, you cannot stay in this course. You have to have those two things to take exams. You need to make sure that your device is fully charged before you start the exam or have it plugged in. Okay, again, about the scanner, you have to create one PDF file containing your written work. If you don't have access to a scanner directly beside your work area, big scanner, printer, copier, whatever you want to call it, there are scanning apps that you can download on a smart device, for example, your cell phone. One that's often used is called Cam Scanner, and it allows you to take pictures of your work, and then it compresses everything into one PDF document. You can email it to yourself directly from the app, and then you can open that email on your computer and upload it into the respective assignment Dropbox. Okay, so what to expect when you start the exam. As soon as you click on the exam link, you're going to be directed to Respondus. When Respondus is launched, you'll have to do a few things. You need to show a valid government-issued photo ID. For example, a driver's license or a passport will work. Next, you'll have to do, it'll call it an environmental check. So during that check, you need to show me a few things. You need to show me your calculator. Just hold it up to the camera and let me see what model calculator you're using. You'll need to, make sure I can see that you do indeed have blank paper. There's nothing written on your paper. And you'll need to do a quick scan on your of your workspace to show me that there is nothing around within arm's reach. A few things about that. Do not take this exam while sitting in your bed. You need to be at a table with a flat surface. And again, your webcam has to be far enough away so that I can verify that all you're using is your brain and you're sitting in front of the computer screen. Okay, you are not allowed to use any other items during the exam. Items not included, or items not allowed, include but are not limited to other electronic devices. You cannot use your phone, an iPad, nothing else. You cannot use your notes, your book. You can't use other people. It needs to be you and you only taking the test. Okay, after you complete the exam, you're going to click Submit. Within 10 minutes after submitting your answers, you have to scan and upload your written work. And it needs to be in the form of one PDF file. Okay, on that, make sure that your work is legible and easy for me to read. You need to make sure you use good lighting. You need to make sure that it's in focus. And you also need to make sure that the problems are in order. Do not, if you do number 1 and then number 10 and then back to number 3, that's fine. But do it all on different sheets of paper so that you can organize it and put it in the right order before you scan it. They need to be in the right order. If I don't see that your work is attached within 10 minutes after submitting your exam, I reserve the right to assign a 0. Also, if your work does not support your answer, so you just randomly guessed, and you got the right answer, you will not receive credit for it if your work doesn't support the correct answer. Okay, some things to remember. Just because you're at home doesn't mean you should not, let me start over. Just because you are at home does not mean that you shouldn't take the exam seriously. This is an exam. It should be taken just like you were sitting in a classroom in front of me. Taking an exam, or you can think of it as sitting in a proctored testing center. So there should be no talking, there should be no noise in the background. You should be in a very quiet place taking a test. So before you get started, you need to go to the restroom. You need to keep your camera, webcam, and your microphone on at all times. You need to make sure that your workspace and you are within the camera at all times. Some students have told me that it's better to get a USB webcam and set it kind of to the side so that I can see they stay in the frame and they can still keep their laptop really close. If you're using a laptop with a built-in webcam, chances are you're going to have to put that laptop pretty far away from you. So just keep that in mind. I've got to see you from the waist up. You need to find a location with a flat surface. I've already told you, do not sit in the bed to take an exam. You need to find a quiet place to take the test. You do not want to be sitting at your kitchen table while people are cooking and eating and watching TV. That's not a good test-taking environment. Also, no hats, no hoodies, no, what are those called? AirPods, no headsets. Do not have anything in your ears. Do not have anything on your head. One last comment about academic integrity. The work you submit for this test should be your work. All electronic equipment other than the computer being used to take the test should be out of reach. All notes, if you do have an approved formula sheet that you're going to show me in the environmental scan, that's one thing. But all other notes should be out of reach. All textbooks should be out of reach. While taking the test, you are not allowed to use those items. I listed notes, Google, websites, other people. That's not an exhaustive list, but I'm reiterating that the work you should only be your work from your brain. During the test, please make sure you and your workspace remain in front of the camera. I will be recording during the entire duration of the test, and if I suspect academic dishonesty, I will take appropriate actions and assign a 0 for your test grade. I do know, as you guys probably do too, COVID changed our testing environment. Prior to COVID, I required all online students to go to a testing center to take exams. But now we've moved away from that, and we're taking tests at home. And I do not tolerate the cheating. So if I suspect that you're cheating, I do take the time to go through those videos. And if there are flags on those videos, in other words, you go out of the frame, I will sit there and look, and I do not mind assigning a 0 if I think that you're cheating. So it's just not worth it. The practice test. I do have a practice test posted in all of the classes. It is not for a grade. However, I want it completed before ODR, the official day of record. And the purpose of completing the assignment is to make sure that Respondus is downloaded and working correctly on your computer. Okay, before you click on this link, the password is case sensitive, so you need to write this down. This is the password that you will enter to take this practice test. I also encourage you to go ahead and practice creating a PDF document and uploading it. Every exam subfolder will have the link to the exam and a assignment Dropbox to upload your written work. And I think that's about it. If you want to go ahead and click on this, I would encourage you to do so. Let me pause for just a minute. Okay, I was going to make sure I could show you what the practice test, what it looks like. I'm going to open it in a new browser. You're just going to click on it. Or sorry, I'm going to open it in a new tab. If I were you, you need to just click on the link. But I'm going to run over here because I have the option of previewing it or editing it. So I'm going to click down here on preview. This will not happen for you. Like I said, you will click just directly on the link and it will launch. And I'm going to preview, and I'm going to tell it to bypass the restrictions. So it's not going to run me through the Respondus lockdown browser setup. That's something you need to go do. I just want to show you the format of it. So here we go. When you run through everything and put in the password for the quiz or for the exam, you'll start the quiz. I usually do 5 questions per quote page. So if it's like a 20-question test, you'll see questions broken up into groups of 5. You can click on the first question. Your instructor's name is, and you would click on true or false. And you just keep going through. When you finish answering everything, at the last page at the bottom, it will say submit quiz. You will submit it. It'll say, are you sure? And you're going to say yes. And that's how you submit the quiz. Once you submit it, you're going to go do upload your written work. And I can't show you that because I'm in instructor mode. But anyway, you'll click on that and then just upload your written work. And I think that's it. Every exam will have its own folder. Right now, they're all hidden. But each exam folder will look exactly like this folder. It'll have directions. It'll have the password that you'll need. It'll have the link to the test, and then it'll have the assignment Dropbox to upload your written work. If you have any questions, please let me know. That's it for this video. Take care.